Okay, let's go. Now, like always, our last checkpoint was at the 36th floor, so we need to actually climb a few floors we've already climbed before to get back to the barrier, so I'm basically just gonna rush through them. If I see any chests, I'll grab them, but otherwise, I'll just head for the stairs. No real point fighting most of the enemies here, because they're all pretty pathetic. They're not going to give us very much experience, so let's just hurry on to floor 40. And if nothing interesting happens on the way there, I'm just going to cut to when we get there. Oh look, it's a gold shadow, which is probably going to... Yep, it's gone. Well, at least the shadows here are scared of us, so we can grab this chest without much trouble. So we're back at floor 40. And here, we have the barricade, which is gone now. Well, yeah, it's gone now. And with that, we can move on. But no new scenery yet. This time we've got Fuka scanning ahead. And, yeah, we've got quite a way to go. 10 more floors to climb. But there's actually something new Fuka can do. If we press the square button to consult with her, we can change the music in Tartarus. We've got a choice of several different tracks. We have this one. Very hyper and energetic. We also have this one. This one's probably my favorite of them, actually. Since I know we'll be listening to all of these tracks in full later, I'm just mostly skipping through them. We have this. Smooth jazz, which is pretty nice. And the fourth and final one. This one's cool, but it can get a little repetitive sometimes. For this session, I think we're going to be exploring Tartarus and fighting shadows to the sound of smooth jazz. So, let's go! Yeah, certainly feels kind of like an interesting change. And I need to get out of the mentality of Tokyo Mirage sessions.
There are 3 of them. Strike first.
Because I need to realize that hitting enemies with an attack on the field will immediately initiate the battle.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Anyway, you can see we've got Fuka's scanning abilities active now. And we saw Haughty Myers in the Full Moon event, but like always, when an enemy shows up later in Tartarus, they are counted as a separate enemy. So, yeah. Let's, for now, I'm just gonna let Fuka's scan go through.
This will be fun.
Well, there's the first Marin, Karin, and a miss.
It's weak against Garu skills.
So, pretty basic. Weak to wind, uses thunder attacks. And we just happen to have a wind specialist in our party, so this shouldn't be... I said we happen to have a wind specialist in our party. Yukari, knockdown. Do I have any wind personas on me? I do in fact, but they are weak to thunder.
2 enemies left.
And there you go. I thought for a second these things weren't weak to wind, but that's something later on in this area. These enemies are extremely common, and later on, I'm probably not going to show fights. I have 2 Akihiko, let's do this. I'll probably not show fights with these very much later on, because they're actually not worth all that much experience, and they're pretty boring to fight. They do show up in very large numbers later on. Huh, slime in shuffle time. I actually didn't see that in any of my practice attempts. Okay, onyx. That's not quite what we need. We need turquoise. Anyway, let's see if we got anything new in this one. Definitely!
There are 2 of them. Attack!
We've seen the Steel Gigas before as a purple shadow. This time they're showing up as regular encounters. Now I have to keep reminding myself they are in fact weak to thunder and not weak to wind. I know there are Gigas enemies later that must be weak to wind because I keep thinking in my head that they have to be wind weak. Okay, it's going to cost me exactly the same, so I might as well do this. I still think Oberon is awesome. I've always been a bit of a Shakespeare nerd, so using Oberon in Persona games, I always enjoy it. And that was... Thank you, Oro Tarukaja.
Too easy.
Your Monster Shikone wants to come back already. I feel so bad now. Should I double up? There is a Shuffle Time Persona that I would quite like here, but if I get the wrong... yeah, I already have Valkyries. And that was a fast thing. Okay. No, I'm not doubling up again. Because I don't actually need Jack Frost. So, I'm actually going to go and immediately dismiss Jack Frost, because there are some... There are other... Well, firstly, I have a much better Jack Frost in my compendium, and secondly, there are a lot of other Shuffle Time Personas that I would much rather have. That muscle drink is not that great. I'd appreciate some money to replace the money that I lost with that fusion accident. Anyway. Oh, Gold Shadows. Do I have... I know I have bows on me. It's sometimes hard to judge the exact... Oh, nice shot! I got it first try! I am channeling Takumi for some reason.
A rare form. Destroy it.
Oh, it's a new hand too.
Give me a sec.
Apparently.
Scan the target.
Either that or I've never scanned it before. Does this work? It's worth a shot. Nope. And then that happened. Nice one.
Okay, everything's going according.
Nile bow. No, I can make a good weapon with Yukari for that, but I don't know. Currently, her joke bow is hilariously actually better than most bows that we have access to at this point. Getting rid of that bow right now, I much prefer to use rapiers. Also, hello there, Anunkos, my old friend. What are you doing here? Interesting. Okay, we'll have to get a little further before she can complete a double check, though. Hello there, enemy. What do we got here? Ah, these things!
There are 2 enemies.
Phantom Masters. Anything with Phantom in its name is usually bad news. These things have Mutor. Thankfully, I've got Survive Dark on Oberon here, so I should be okay. They also have Mind Charge and can hit you with powerful fire attacks. Which is not good because... Okay, Mitsuru's going next. What I got, though? I have Zeo, I have healing skills, and I have Panic. I think I'm just going to try and attack one of them.
I summon thee.
Okay, if I'm lucky and they're actually... They are not weak to that, okay.
The enemy's weak against wind.
They are weak to wind, despite being fire users. And Yukari, you second time you failed to attack something with wind. Okay, that's probably the best thing it could have done. That's the least annoying of its moves.
I couldn't finish it off.
Okay, let's just finish you with the sword.
What an easy win.
Except Mitsuru got poisoned. Okay, there's Chimera. I don't need Chimera. I have Zorchoten, who is a much better chariot persona. But there is something in Shuffle Time that I want to see. And it's not here. Okay, that's 2. Not sure if we've seen the cards rising up before, but it's been a while since I recorded this after all. Anyway, when the cards rise up, pay attention to the order they go up in. That's the order they'll come back down in. Now, do I have something to get rid of poison? I do. Well, that was on one of Gary Stu's personas, apparently, but I forget which one, and in all honesty, I don't really care. I'm not really a big fan of single status curing spells. At this point in the game, they can be pretty useful, admittedly, seeing as multi-status curing items are much rarer. But, in general,
There are 2 enemies.
whenever a skill is the first to go, it's usually one of those for me. And these are the dice that Elizabeth told us to defeat, so
Wait a sec. I'll scan the target.
let's go ahead and scan them. I'm pretty sure I actually have the right persona to fight these already equipped, but let's just attack one of these. Now, I was about to say
One. The enemy's off
the
balance
dice
now.
are traditionally resilient against physical attacks, but then that happened.
Nice one. The enemy's off balance now. Here's our chance for an
I'm actually going to relent on this because I want to get the scan through. Otherwise, my teammates are going to continue being idiots for a while. They take a long time for their attack animations, though.
It's weak against electricity.
And yes, immune to strike, as Akihiko found out the hard way. Like I said, weak against electricity, I have the right persona for the job already equipped. Huh, they are really taking a lot of crits. And I love Mitsuru's critical animation. It's like an even better version of Amiibo Marth's critical animation in Fire Emblem Fates. There's the first bronze figurine, I believe I need 5 of those, so that's going to take a little while. But I'll likely find a few of those going through these floors. Small shadow. That means less enemies, and that means probably a big one. Okay, that's new.
Attack.
Question is, will I get the scan in before my teammates inevitably kill
Give
it?
me a sec. I'll scan the target.
This thing, like most balancers, uses 2 elements and is resistant to 2 elements in return. I'm actually just gonna wait on... not escape. Just wait, because I want to get the scan in.
I summoned thee.
That might be one of the elements that it's... weak to. Okay, good.
The enemy's down. Let's finish this.
Awesome as Mitsuru's all-out attack quote is, I'm actually going to relent and wait for the scan. Don't kill it, please. And you did! Well, they usually show up in groups of 2. I'll probably be able to get the scan later, but anyway. Anyway, those things, if I can check my notes for a second there, they repel thunder and wind and are weak to fire and ice. So, don't use thunder and wind on them, basically. One through the chest. Okay, here's more of them.
There are 2 of them. Attack.
Probably a chance to actually get a scan through now. Repel thunder and wind. Okay, yeah, I've got a thunder resistance.
Head vessel layer.
Alternatively, Mitsuru can just annihilate them before the scan goes through. I mean, not that I'm
The enemy's down. Let's finish this.
opposed to Mitsuru being awesome, but I would like to get a scan in.
It has multiple weaknesses.
And there's Fuka's catchphrase. Okay, Zionga and Garula, so yeah, they've got some quite powerful attacks of the elements they use.
Finish it off.
Jeez, that
I was about to say, but it's dead, but it actually isn't, because Yukari's not been that useful
what an
tonight.
easy win.
Ah, there is one of the personas that I actually want in Shuffle Time. 2? That was 2, wasn't it? Yes, it is. Now, I don't actually want Inugami for itself. I want it for a fusion that I want to do later. Inu is a Hangman persona, and we won't be needing we won't be starting the Hangman link until after the next full moon, so we don't actually need a Hangman desperately at this point. More of these guys.
There are 2 enemies.
It's amazing how easily we're tearing through those things, seeing as they have quite a lot of HP and do a ton of damage if they do get a chance to hit you. Huh. Okay, she's still not quite sure exactly where it is. So much for her having better scanning abilities than Mitsuru, although admittedly she actually does, but... More of these dice, good.
There are 2 enemies.
Let's see if I can get a, well, firstly, I guess I can show off Oberoning these things.
That's the way. Here's our chance for an all-out attack.
I like how when they knock down, the dice shows the skull side. At one point, I always thought that whatever number that the dice rolled during its attack animation actually was a sign of whether it got a critical or not, but I think it's purely cosmetic. One bronze figure.
There's one enemy. Attack! Obey my command! The enemy's down. Let's finish this.
Well, here's Mitsuru's all-out attack line.
You'll fall by my hand.
I love that line so much. Mitsuru actually gets surprisingly hammy in battle.
This appears to be just the beginning.
And it's also just the beginning of your embarrassment. Brass Knuckles is not great.
There are 3 of them. Strike first.
3 Gigasses, huh? Now let's see if this works.
The enemy's off balance. Attack!
I've been waiting for this.
Come on, triple kill. Triple kill! Yeah, this auto Tarukaja sword is really working out for me. Maybe it was a good thing I picked it up now. Still got quite a few floors to climb, so I should probably keep going. I can always clean up the dice I need to fight later. But yeah, looks like it's closer than we thought. 47th floor. So we've got about 5 or so more floors to go, and at this point, I don't want to speak too soon, but I don't think we're in danger. What I am concerned about, though, is we haven't seen any purple shadows yet, and I really want to see those, because they are actually very, very good to fight for more reasons than one. Oh!
There are 3 of them. Strike
Sky
first.
Balancers and a Phantom Mage. Not Phantom Mage, Phantom Master. When's Mitsuru getting a turn? Okay, next. Right, so I think a bigger priority would be to switch over to my Wind Persona, because I'm pretty sure those things are weak to wind. Let me just confirm.
It's weak against.
Yes, they are.
There are 3 enemies left.
Of course, not using wind on anything else here, because that would be stupid.
That's the way.
Yeah, this is where full targeting attacks have their downsides. If I'd used something like Magaru here, then bad things could have happened.
I summon thee.
Okay, the problem here is that okay, on my boost. See, again, that's another problem with mask skills. I hate it when your party members do this sometimes. They focus on just killing off individual downed enemies rather than knocking them all down, so it can kill all the individual downed enemies with an all-out attack.
That's the last one.
Thankfully, Yukari now knows that this thing will repel her attacks. When are you getting it? You are going next. Fire or ice? Let's try Pyro Jack.
Only 1 enemy left.
Happy Halloween!
Attack!
I've been waiting.
It's a bit early for me to be saying that, but still. Makes a nice one-liner.
The battle's over. Good.
Why is Omoi Kane showing up this late into Tartarus?
Yes! My skill level has increased.
Okay, that's good. I'm not sure if she's getting a new move out of that or not. The next thing she learns is Charm D, which I would dismiss as not being all that useful, but that's actually not true.
Attack!
Wait a minute, you guys are weak to both fire and ice, aren't you? I just happen to have Maragi on this persona. That's the one I should have saved the Happy Halloween one-liner for.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now.
That was too easy.
Still got to keep an eye on our SP consumption, though.
mass destruction.
3 dice, so 3d6. How about you guys go in just as soon as I get Oberon? How about you guys all take 3d6 points of lightning damage? And one of them didn't. And Marin Karin again. Oh hey, that actually worked. So I believe that is once out of 3, which is pretty much standard odds. Only for it to immediately get knocked down and most likely die, thereby Charm not being useful at all. Charm can be really useful sometimes. It's just the really low chance, and Mitsuru has much better things to be doing, and go away curse card. Oh, where did that one go? Okay, good. Picked that one. We only got 1 bronze figurine from that. Okay, that's 3 of them, I forget whether I think I do have one of those already. It's likely not better than the Toy Bow, sadly. It's pretty good, but it's still not as great as the Toy Bow. I think there is a bow that Yukari can get that does cause charm, but we don't have that yet. Just a few more floors to go. We haven't seen a purple shadow yet, which is annoying because I really want to. Have been progressing pretty well with the dice request though, which is good.
That was too easy.
Actually, picking up Unicorn here... Okay, that's 2. I think it's here. No! It was the second one. Picking up Unicorn here might not be a bad idea, is what I was going to say. Then I completely failed at it, because the shuffle time decided to go really fast. Okay, these are new!
There are 3 of them. Strike first.
Jealous Cupids. These things are very annoying, because they can inflict charm. I've also forgotten what they're weak to, so let me consult... either I can consult my notes or I can go for Fuka. But I'm pretty sure that they, I don't think they're going to do anything bad. Oh, there's Marin Karin number 4, I think, at this point. Yep, and another fail. Kind of ironic that she's using Marin Karin on these things.
I couldn't finish it off.
The enemy's weak against...
Oh, weak to ice. That's cool. So yeah, that holy arrow attack they have, that can inflict charm, and that gets very, very annoying. They can also panic you. When is Mits... Ooh, she is 5th. Yep, so do I have ice here on it? I think I've got it on Valkyrie, actually. Feels a bit weird to expand a Mabufu on these things, but I really want them dead because that charm can be very dangerous.
The enemy's down. Let's finish this.
Very, very dangerous, trust me. Charm is by far one of the worst aspects in the game. Healing the enemy is absurdly frustrating. And it gets even worse later on when you start having access to full healing spells. You really don't want to be casting those on the enemy. And believe me when I say, there are bosses who can inflict charm on you at some point, so... And yes, full healing does in fact work on bosses! So yeah, that's why charm is horrifying.
There are 3 enemies. Be careful. That was a great battle.
I think I'm actually a little under-leveled because I haven't seen any purple shadows yet.
There are 3 of them. Strike first.
Okay, more dice means more chances to get more of those figurines. I think you needed 5 of the figurines and 3 of the snake scales.
Here's our chance for an all-out attack. Let me at 'em.
And I know I have at least 3 figurines so far. Looks like those
That was a great
dice
battle.
rolled a natural 1. I had to say that at some point. Okay, another bronze figurine. If I get extras, I can always sell them. Even though they don't sell for very much. I was thinking that was a purple shadow at first.
There are 3 enemies. Be careful.
Okay, the good thing about Nikki Mitama against these things is it's strong against Moodle. So, that is useful. I'd kind of rather have Oberon because it at least has the...
That's it.
Being
The
resistant
enemy
to
is
Dark
down.
doesn't necessarily mean that Dark can't hit you. So I'd rather have Oberon's insurance policy of survive Dark, but,
Keep it up.
You've
There are
improved.
about to say something, but I'm not going to say it unless I actually get it. Don't want to jinx this. Yeah, I was going to say, provided I hit with all these, I should be fine, and I did.
The enemy's down. Let's finish this. No fall by
Garisu's been taking care of most of the fight this time. Mostly because I didn't get Oberon in my practice run, so
The battle's
Mazio
over.
is really good against the enemies in this area. You'd think that a lot of the enemies here would be weak to Mitsuru, and some of them are, but Akihiko's been the real MVP here. There we go, level 19, finally. We want level 20, though. Level 20 comes with a significant bonus. And no one else leveled up from that. I'm just going to explore... I think we've actually explored this whole floor. Please have some purple shadows later on. Almost at the big one. That means we're almost at a checkpoint. Which I'll probably want to get anyway, but I might have to come back here to get more items. You are definitely not a purple shadow. In fact, you're probably just a really big room of 40 Myers. No, but that's good because I can just pyro you all.
My skill level has increased.
Okay, there we go. Now we've got some level ups.
My skills have improved.
I'm going to go and request healing from Yukari because she's surprisingly not spent much of her SP before this run, which is, yeah, like very surprising. You are also not a purple shadow. Come on, purple shadows. I got lots of them in my practice run.
There are 3
Oh,
of them.
that's
Strike
kind of a
first.
scary combination. And that is a very scary combination.
Here's a way, gang of beats now face reality. Never be charity. The enemy, your bloody covers all society. Mom's not here, gonna fund you.
See if I can just guru these guys.
Seize the moment, destroy
The enemy is down. Now's your chance.
Well done.
The enemy's off balance. Attack.
Well done.
Okay, who goes next? Next would be Mitsuru, then Akihiko. Oh, she's gonna... Okay, I'm going to... Because if she Marin Karen's one of the downed enemies, they still get up, even if the attack misses. They just need to get attacked in order for them to get up again, so I'm actually going to put Mitsuru on standby
Understood.
to make sure Akihiko goes after her, he Zeos that guy, and then we get an all-out attack. That should hopefully work. Okay. Seems to be working so far. There we go. And this should hopefully finish them. Because if it doesn't, I'm in major trouble. I really, really don't want to get Mudo this close to the checkpoint. That would be incredibly frustrating.
Okay, everything's going according to plan.
Well, it did thanks to you that time. And we can even get some extra experience out. Okay, that's 3. Well, that at least gave some pretty good experience. Metal Protector? Is that new, or have I got that before? That's slightly better than what we already have. And resist fire is nice. Aha! More dice! There's one. And it stayed in one. 2 bronze figurines. Okay, so I think we definitely have enough for that. So that's good. That's one less thing to go back for. Yep, 6 of them. We definitely have more than enough. And I did realize, looking through my items here, that I do actually have a homunculus. So if a Mudo attack does hit, I do have at least that as an insurance policy. I'd rather it not come to that, though. Because those things are pretty rare at this point in the game, and I'd kind of like to save them. Kind of wish you had the option to choose whether to use it or not if an ally takes one of those attacks, because you really want to save them for the protagonist, because they have Fire Emblem Lord Syndrome. We cannot go on without you. And this place is getting kind of... I'm actually a little bit worried. Please, no Reaper. You are also not a Purple Shadow.
Watch out! There are 4 enemies.
But you are severely weak to Halloween. Wait a minute, why is Akihiko not here?
That's it. The
Just another one of those times where
Here's our chance for an all-out attack.
one of your teammates is just not there for some reason. Because he fell a little bit behind. Please tell me this is still going to be a kill. Yes, it is, thankfully.
That was too easy.
That means he misses out on this experience, though. And, of course, it's a 3 wand. Akihiko, you're late. Still no sign of any stairs.
Let's go. Here's our chance. Still alive.
This is the most annoying thing about those well, one of the most annoying things about those Cupids. One of them is Charm, the other is they can heal other enemies. That tends to be a feature of Lover's Arcana enemies, though. Like to use Charm and heal other enemies. Now you're making the mistake that I made all the time, thinking these things are weak to Garu, and you missed. Oh well, I can at least re-Zeo you, provided this doesn't miss as well. Well, and he's dead outright.
The battle's over. No.
That battle was actually...
Yes! My skill level has increased.
Okay, that's good. Let me just check to see if she's learned that skill. She's level 18 now. And yep, she has got Charm D. 21 is Magaru. That's going to be really handy. Okay, there's the stairs finally. But we've got a chest we need to check out first.
There are 3 of them. Strike first.
You know how I said Magaru was handy? That would be handy right about now. But, sadly, we do not have that at this point. So we'll have to make do with just individually Garuing them. We are very, very close to running out of SP, so...
You found the enemy's weakness.
Well done.
I already knew the enemy's weakness. Yeah, we better hit the checkpoint soon.
That's the way.
One more.
The enemy's off balance.
And now, die, 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 die. I still have horrible memories of you guys from Persona Q. I think Phantom Masters were in that game. I know the Phantom Nage was the really horrible one in that one, but Phantom Masters might have been the I don't know if they were the Fire Corrosion one or the... Oh, there's another metal protector. And let's see, next floor is... Yep, we've hit the checkpoint. Excellent. So, we didn't find any of the purple shadows, though. So that's not good, but we will be taking on that boss soon. But obviously, first thing to do is to activate the checkpoint and go back and save, because I do not want to lose all of this progress. We got quite a few level ups here. We completed one request already. Our checkpoint is now more than 10 floors higher than it was before. I think this is a good time to save. But after saving, I'll definitely take on the next boss, which is gonna be even easier than I expected because we have Oberon. So, I'll save and see you back here in a moment. Okay, so preparations. As long as you have Akihiko in your party for this, your party setup isn't really all that important. You just really want to make sure that you have Akihiko here. Hey, I actually have something better than the Shirt of Chivalry now. Maybe. Yeah, I've got the Metal Protector. Plus 10 SP is actually alright, so let's give him that. That means bye-bye unique outfit for him. But with that, I'm just going to discuss my persona setup for a bit. I've got Valkyrie currently equipped for the Auto Tsukukaja, but there are two personas that are going to be particularly useful in this fight. Firstly is Zorchoten, and the second is Oberon. Now, it was a complete fluke that I got Oberon, but you can fuse him at this point, and Mazio is going to be very, very useful. Zorchoten is also good because it has Zio and is resistant to strike, and has good endurance. Having good resistance against physical attacks is important for this next fight because, yeah, they're going to be pretty physically inclined. I'm still going to bring Yukari for the healing though. So, let's head on up to floor 47. You can bring Junpei if you want. Like I said, as long as you have Akihiko, it really doesn't matter who else you bring here. In fact, in all honesty, I probably should be bringing Junpei because he's actually behind in levels, but, oh well, I'll give him a chance after this. The other good news is that no one got tired during that expedition, which is also gonna help quite a bit here. So anyway, time for this boss fight. You can already see them there. 3 giant beetles. So, let's go. Oh, I know we can, because, well, you'll see.
This is not just a random shadow. It seems to be guarding this area.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Now, they will always get an enemy advantage, and they will always begin the fight by casting Tarukaja on themselves. Don't let this scare you, however. This boss fight is laughably pathetic if you know how to do it right. Now, there are a few ways you can counter that automatic Tarukaja start, though. As tempting as it is to use one of these, I wouldn't really recommend it. It does keep you protected, but the beetles don't do very much damage to themselves with their own attacks, even boosted by Tarukaja. However, we can use a Dikaja gem to get rid of the stat bonuses. What we want to do first, though, is... okay, they're all going to be moving next.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Gonna do the scan. Now, I think what I'm actually going to do is I am going to go for Oberon immediately and Mazio them all, because I don't want them all ganging up on someone. Now, you might notice something a little weird here. While they are weak to Zio, they don't actually take very much damage from it. I am actually going to relent here, because otherwise they're all going to take their turn. And I am just going to wait and leave them to waste their turns getting up. Sometimes that can be a good strategy. Okay, so the Golden Beetle. The Golden Beetle is weak to Zio, but the gimmick to this fight is that they take very little damage from anything that isn't an all-out attack. Except there's something more to this. This boss has something that I like to call a soft weakness. While fire and wind attacks won't knock them down, they do take considerably more damage from those than they do other attacks, even their actual official weakness. As for moves they use, they pretty much just use buffs and standard physical skills. There's not too much fancy they can do really, so as long as you keep them stun locked with Zio, it's not all that bad. Fuka's other catchphrase.
The enemies return to normal.
Obey my command.
Oh, great. Another Marin Karin. And of course it misses.
I can do it.
So watch this. This is going to illustrate my point. They took considerably more damage from that than they would normally. Kind of weird how soft weaknesses work.
Nice.
I can't lose to another classmate.
Well, you are at the moment. You're doing much less damage than me, Karin. But once we get this all-out attack off, you'll see just how weak these things are to it.
I've been waiting for this.
I have too. Let's beat them down. Well, one died already. So, yeah, like I said, this boss, pathetic if you know how to do it right. In fact, if this Mazio hits, they're basically gone already. I didn't even need to use the Dikaja gem. So yeah, don't let them scare you.
Balance. Attack.
I've been waiting for this.
Don't let them scare you with that Tarukaja. They're really not bad. They do hit quite hard if you let them hit you.
Gone. Great job, guys.
So if you're concerned about that, you could go for the attack mirrors, but it's really not all that necessary. They take basically nothing from rebounding their own attacks on themselves, so... At one point I was thinking, oh hey, I'm going to troll them by having them hit themselves with their own Tarukaja attacks. Not quite the best idea. But for that, we get some chewing souls, we have access to the next floor, but it's probably best to go back downstairs, heal up and save, before we do anything else. And once we're back downstairs, I need to discuss what our approach is going to be for the next area? Question mark? So, the next boss is not for quite a while. It's not for around another 10 floors or so. And the next boss is level 26. I don't think we're strong enough to take on the next boss at this point. The enemies also get a lot tougher from here on, and we are capable of taking them on, but I feel like it's not necessary that we get to the next boss now. I might save that for the next Tartarus session. But what I would like to do is, I would like to go back to the floors we already explored, and try and hunt down some of those stupid purple shadows which never showed up before. Because I want to get that snake scale request done. I want to turn it in along with the bronze figurine request. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save, I'm going to head back in to the floors we explored before, and start hunting down purple shadows. So, see you when I find one. And we have a rare treasure chest here. Let's see what we've got inside it. Go away, Shadow. Attack mirror, nice! Would have replaced the one that I used on that boss, but I didn't use one on that boss. Okay, I think I found one. There we go. Final... and it ran into me. So, these are the Marin Karin. Thankfully that missed. Yeah, so... Ow. Yeah, they hit pretty hard. These are the purple shadows for this area. Lustful Snake. Yeah, don't think about that too hard.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
These things use all the usual annoyances of the Lover's Arcana, charm effects, healing, but they also have Hammer, so a light-resistant persona is recommended. They are weak to ice, but that would require me switching to Valkyrie, which is not... I'm gonna... When is Mitsuru up? Oh, one of them is gonna go next. Let's actually... I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Valkyrie here.
2 enemies left.
You do want to take care of them quickly because they do hit quite hard as well. And you really don't want those charm effects.
The enemy is down. Now's your chance.
I've been waiting for this.
I wonder if I should actually relent on this. I don't know. I don't think one all-out attack will finish them. Let's relent for now. And let's... I already have Tarukaja active. Yeah, let's just wait for the moment. Because I don't want these things to be going too crazy. You saw how hard Junpei got hit just there. Uh-oh.
The enemy's weak against...
So yeah, as you can see, weak to ice. They also drain wind, which is exactly why I didn't bring Yukari on this hunt. Yeah, Marin, Karin, Medea, Hammer. Inflicting Rage might be somewhat effective, since it prevents them from using their most annoying things and drastically lowers their defense. However, their physical attacks would hit quite hard with Rage in effect, so...
The enemy's down. Let's finish this.
I'd probably rather just keep them stun locked with ice. Panic would be good if it would hit, but don't really want to count on that too. Kill that thing, please. Thank you. Okay, that's down.
Everything's going according
Yeah, if they charm people, things can...
on this tire.
Akihiko-senpai seems tired.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Yeah, Mitsuru got tired before, and Akihiko got tired just then. Need one more snake scale, but the good thing about these things is, they give a lot of experience. They actually give a major ton of experience, so highly recommended...
Junpei is leveled up.
Exactly. Highly recommended that you hunt them down whenever you want. And I'm going to request healing from Akihiko so that Mitsuru doesn't waste any of her SP because she needs to be freezing these things. Anyway, I'll see you when I find more of them.
No shadows are left.
Okay, we're now level 20, and that comes with a special bonus. Not only can we create personas up to level 20, but another change is about to occur. We can now store up to 10 personas. So yeah, our persona cap has been increased. This is going to be really helpful, means we can effectively work on many more social links at the same time, and it means that, well, that's a lot of yen, and it means that we don't need to worry about our persona listings getting clogged too much when we need to fuse things. Speaking of which, I have Bereth here. I picked that up in shuffle time because I had a feeling that I just wanted to get it in the compendium, really. That's all I really wanted. Anyway, have not found any more lustful snakes, so, yeah, you know it's bad when you want something called a lustful snake to show up. Okay. Nigimi's harnessed up. That was kind of unexpected. Oh, we got Medea. Unfortunately, Oberon already has that, so... Rakukaja. You are one of the few things I have with that at the moment, so I might want to keep that.
My skill level has increased.
Oh, hey, Mitsuru leveled up too. That's cool. Sonic Fist. Wait a second. I think that's better than what Akihiko currently has. Not to be confused with Sonic Punch, the skill that he has. Yeah, wow, that's much better. And medium odds of fear. That's a pretty nice find. And as you can see, the boxer is actually using boxing gloves now. So, that's appropriate. Oh, that's not good. Oh, and he immediately finds the accent.
Alright,
Okay, well, yeah.
This may be useful. I'll take it with me.
Oh, okay. Yes! Okay, yes stairs. And we get another metal protector, okay. And another metal protector. So that was a bizarre floor. And we're back here. We still need to find one more snake scale. One more trip through then. Snake. Snake. Snake! Yep, there's 3 more of them here. Let's hope this is enough to get me the final snake scale.
You found the enemy's weakness.
Here's our chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a...
And yeah, using the original trio here because Mitsuru and Akihiko got tired and had to go back to the dorm. That is not doing as much as I'd hoped it would. I really want to kill these things before they start Medea spamming or using Charm. Oh, that's bad. Oh, okay. It's my turn again. Right. So, this should go pretty smoothly unless one of them dodges. Okay, there we go.
Defeated.
Here's our chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a...
And with that, we should probably get the heck out of here and turn in all those requests.
That was a
We're already
great
pushing it
battle.
as it is a bit. Those things showed up way more often in my practice runs, though. They're worth a lot of experience, so you want to hunt them down when you can. Okay, that's 1. Yeah, as you can see, only 1 snake scale there, but that was enough. Now, yeah, they showed up in the first floor, too. Now to get out of here, And I need to... chest there. No, I kind of want to make a run for it. I don't know if I found an access point earlier. I was more concerned with fighting that thing. Well, there's an access point right there. Let's go back. And we have way more than enough bronze figurines as well, because I found even more dice going through. So, yeah, I guess we can sell the excess, but the excess doesn't sell for very much at all. So, yeah, not much point in getting the extras, but I'm actually going to save here just to make sure that I don't lose any of that progress, and I can safely turn in both of those quests. Yeah, we have double the amount of bronze figurines that we needed, so that was a lot of dice slaying. But let's turn in those requests to the Velvet Room. And there's one more thing we need to take care of here as well. In fact, I think it's probably best we take care of it first, because we're going to need to go to the compendium afterwards, and yeah, I kind of want to do everything on the same menu. So, there was a reason why I wanted to pick up Hangman. And that was, if I fuse this Hangman with the Valkyrie that I already have, I get Naga, a level 17 Hermit persona. Now, Hermit is the social link we will be doing tomorrow, so we absolutely must not leave here without a Hermit persona. Could also fuse away Oberon to get Naga, but no way am I doing that. Anyway, Naga is actually quite decent in terms of stats, good agility, some alright skills. Now, before, what I really wanted was to see if I could inherit both of the auto skills, but I have tried again and again and again, and I've had no luck. I think it's theoretically possible. It's getting 2 skills from Valkyrie, 1 skill from Inugami, but the best I've ever been able to achieve with random skill inheritance is just one of them, and because I have auto Tarukaja on a weapon already, I may as well go for auto Tsukukaja. Dodge Slash isn't bad either. Also, I save, so if there's a fusion accident, I can... Okay, good, no fusion accident. And so we have the Divine Dragon God. I mean, actually, no, just a regular Naga. It is the mythological thing that the Divine Dragon God's named after, though. And already getting Mazio. Being weak to light is a problem, though. Weakness to any kind of instant death on the protagonist persona is a major liability, as you obviously would know by now. Which is why the Oberon I got was so useful. Anyway, now that I've fused away that Valkyrie, I don't need to worry about overriding my Fire Break one, so I can now safely register all my personas. Oh, and we've brought the request for her, so 5 bronze figures. Yeah, I can keep an extra 5 for myself. Fortune Arcana. Yeah, it's kind of funny that, ridiculous form. But yeah, Fortune Arcana, dice, yeah. That gets us a Sigma Drive, which is an accessory, and now the Snake Scale request. Yeah, thankfully, you'd think Elizabeth would be making some kind of innuendo here, but she isn't. I didn't think the Lustful Snakes were that hard of an enemy, though. They're really not all that bad if you can take them out quickly enough. And we get a fat ton of yen from that. So we've got a lot of money, and because of that, I think we might be taking on a certain something this week that requires a lot of cash. So, gonna go ahead and register all these. I think there's really no reason not to register all of them. And with that, I think I can safely accept this now. Definitely gonna want to, because that date's coming up pretty soon. After that's done, I can always accept the white glasses. Now I need to leave one free for this request, which I'm going to be doing tomorrow, actually. And I think I might accept the Shell of Man request, because we can actually take care of that one tomorrow, too. And I'll leave my 3rd request slot free. Because I always like leaving a request slot free, just in case I need to accept something urgently. And with that, that's all we have to do this session of Tartarus. We didn't make all that much progress floor-wise, but we definitely did make a lot of progress request-wise. And we leveled up quite a few times. We now have the ability to store more personas. So I think this was still quite a productive run. So next time we'll be heading back into our busy social schedule. So see you then.